All right, Tim Bartz here. We are doing a little vlogging here. I'm going to start doing more of that on this channel. And the first one I want to do is we are headed to St. Louis from Salina, Kansas with our F-150 Lightning. And so we're going to be doing the kind of vlogging this trip on the different places we're charging. Now, I will say Kansas is a little off the grid still. There's still a lot of them. The Salina, Kansas has a charging station, but you got to go clear to Topeka before you get another charge station. And if I didn't have an extended range Lightning, I would be in trouble because there's not any other chargers in Junction City or any of the different other convenient stops on the way. Luckily made it to Topeka, and I know, of course, I did go about 75 instead of slowing down. But of course, here I have a little bit left. I think I'm at 18% on here, and we are going to charge as Electrified America because we get free charging. So thanks, Electrified America. And what we're doing here too is because we get the free charging, we're going to do that, but also kind of document. So PlugShare has a great app where you can rate those, and according to PlugShare, Station 1, which is what we're at right here, has the best charging. So we're going to use Station 1 to do the charging. The one on the other side says it's number 2, I think said that it was reduced charging because of issues with it, and I think 3 is the same way. So we're going to go ahead and use Station 1, and we're going to get charged up. Okay, so we went ahead and just plugged in first. It's initiating payment, and it says payment is good because it plugged into the vehicle, and since we have it tied in, it already knew we had free charging. It's showing us session fee is going to be $0. Well, and that's probably to start with. So there we go. So we are going. I can hear it turned on and working, and so I think here in a little bit we might be able to see like how fast it's charging at. So we'll see what it's charging at. Oh, yeah, you can see that screen. So there we go. Thank you for choosing Electrified America. There we go. We're at 18% charge now, and it's going at, oh, we're going, a lot of people mentioned that they were doing like 60 kilowatt hour, but it's at 118, 117. So there you go. So it looks to be charging. We're going to actually charge up to about 70, probably 80%. And we're going to go grab something to eat while it's charging. We already got 1% right now, and we'll let it charge. All right, so we are done. We just got something to eat, got the convenience store, and now we're about here. So I guess we were on there for a while. So anyway, so we're going to kind of finish up this. We're going to hit stop. There we go. Heard it release. Pull that out and put her back. There we go. And so it looks like what we got here, 48 minutes. So not too bad, and costs us nothing. So there you go. 87 kilowatt used. Still have a bunch left to use. Okay, so we almost could make it to Boonville before charging, but it was going to be close. So we it did tell us, the navigation did tell us to stop here. Another Electrified America outside of Kansas City. So let me turn this around. And of course we went ahead and already plugged in. Of course we still have free charging available. And what's cool about this is you just plug it in and then it does everything. So it notices that I have an account set up and everything. So we're good to go. It is charging. Shouldn't need too much. Let's look here and see where we're at. I think we're at 40, somewhere in the 40%. Where are we at, Sarah?
Somewhere in the 40s.
Didn't have to turn it off, but
it's not gonna spark and cause it to explode.
It's at 43%. Again, we had 92 miles, and I think we have like 100, like we're at around that to get to Boonville, I think. But we'll charge it up to about 70% and get back on the road here. Probably won't take too long, but we'll update you and let you know how long it takes. Okay, so we are at this, I don't think it's an Independence, Missouri, but there's a Target back behind us. But we're gonna sit and do updates. I actually might go to the restroom, but while we're here, see a Focus Electric. You don't see too many of these. Almost bought one of these myself about several years ago, but they're charging up, so pretty cool. It seems like their charger's working just fine. They're on 150 kilowatt. He's at 70%. I don't want to like invade in his charging, but he went over to Longhorn, did wave at us and everything. It's kind of cool. These charging stations, if there's other people charging, everybody just kind of looks at each other, and it's just pretty cool. It's like a little community of respect for other people. You know, you see some other people at the other charging stations. We, you know, pulled up, we were by ourselves, but then as we were getting in to leave, there was a Volkswagen ID4 charging. It was pretty cool to just say hi and wave, and it's just it's kind of nice, kind of a cool little community, and respect for each other and respect for charging. So we are charging at, I'm not sure what the rate of charge is. Here we go. So we are charging at 166. So that is pretty awesome. The last station we were at was charging at like 118. So I'm gonna get back in the car or get my jacket and go over to Target and go to the bathroom, and then we'll check out and see what it is when we get done. All right, so we are headed to St. Louis. We had 2 great charges, one in Topeka on Electrified America, like over 100 kilowatt hour charging. One in Independence, Missouri at a Target, which had like 160, I think it ended up being 128 after it got going, charge. So we were gonna hit another Electrified America. I thought the nav system was that's what it was directing me towards, was Electrified America charger, because it looked like the same location. No, it wasn't. It was the one in Columbia, which ended up being an EV Connect, and had a terrible experience with the EV Connect. Was 31 kilowatt charging. It was terrible, and that was on a 350 kilowatt charger too.
Only one of them was working out of all 4.
Yeah, we had somebody else in a Bolt trying to charge on the other 2 and could not get them to work at all, and then one had a blank screen on it. So we had the only one charger. So we actually looked for another location. Kingdom City was 20 miles away, and we're like, you know what, we can make it to there. We got off the charger so that other vehicle could charge. And we're heading on. So good thing to note, use the plug share. The navigation will, hey, it's trying to get you as far as you can to a certain percentage. I really wish I would have stopped at the Electrified America in Boonville instead, but there we have it. So we're going to see this other charger up here. According to the plug share app, is saying that everybody is having no issues with it, that they all work great. Even there's a Lightning in there saying that their chargers were fine, and they were charging at like 60 or 70 kilowatt hour, which would be enough to get us to St. Louis. And it's a charge point charger. So we're going to check it out, see how it goes. But so far, Electrified America, 2 thumbs up. EV Connect, thumbs down. Hello, hello. Here we are again. We are in St. Louis now. We got in last night and just kind of chilled at the hotel last night. And this morning we thought, let's take a walk to St. Louis Arch. You see it? Up.
Oh, there you go. No, tilt.
There we go. Anyway, so we're gonna go. We're actually not gonna go up it. Actually, I might actually, if I find it, I'm gonna find a picture of Sarah.
I saw it last night. I know where to find it.
Yeah, so we have a picture where we went up and have the family, so we'll see if we can slide that into the editing here. But anyway, we're gonna go in here, probably look at the museum. We're gonna meet up with Kevin Sampson, one of our members, which only be here about 10 a.m. and we're probably pretty close to 10 a.m. now. But anyway, we're gonna meet up with them. We're gonna probably look at the museum and that kind of thing. We're probably not gonna take the hour tour to go up to the top today, because we're gonna get to the auto show. So we're gonna hang out and do this for a little bit, find a charging station. We're down to like 30 miles to empty or whatever. Yep. 30-mile range what we have. But across the river there's a fast charging station at a casino. We're gonna go over there and charge real quick. And you know, we had pretty good, probably give you a little vlog about our experience with charging yesterday. So we hit Electrified America in Topeka, worked out great, charged 40 minutes on the charger while we ate lunch, came back, got it up to 82%. We hit the road, got to Kansas City, because I was like, well, let's hit Kansas City. I don't know if we can make it clear to Boonville. It was kind of close, so let's hit Kansas City. Charged there for 15-20 minutes, got it back up to 80%, and then kept going. And I was using the GPS on the truck, and I thought it would automatically direct us to the Electrified America in Boonville, and it wasn't. It was going to one after Boonville in Columbia. So we missed the Electrified America charger, went to Columbia, and that charger was an EV Connect, and it was charging at like 31 kilowatt hour, and only one of the 4 chargers worked. So yeah, not good. But there's support. well, I'll finish the story. I'll tell you about them calling me later. But so then we were like, well, we looked on the map. There was a charge point that looks like it was charging at like 60, a little bit further, 20 miles further. So we went ahead and we let somebody else that was wanting to charge, and the other two were not working at that charge station. We're like, well, yeah, we're moving on anyway. Here you go, use this charger. And we got off that charger so they could use it, and then we moved on to, it was Kingdom City. And that charger, we're like, well, you know what? It's 6 o'clock. We need to eat anyway. So we ate at the Dairy Queen while it charged, and by the time we got back out, we were 70%, enough to get us to here. So no, actually wasn't that, other than the one charge, wasn't too bad. Charge point was a good charge there, not any problems. And then we got here. So on the way here, you know, I feel like other than the one bad stop that we had, really didn't take us any longer than it would have if I just drove here without having to charge. I would have stopped twice to get something to eat, and it charged while we were eating at those two stops. And then other than the one where we, you know, I actually went to the restroom while we were charging in Kansas City. And by the time I walked to the Target to go to the bathroom and come back, I talked to the person that had a Focus all electric Focus, which is really cool to talk to him. He was charging. We talked for a little bit, 5 minutes or so, and then we got off the charger. So really didn't feel like, you know, maybe if I was driving a non-electric vehicle, we might have gotten there 15 minutes faster, maybe 20. But other than that, hey, wasn't that bad of an experience. So anyway, we're gonna check this out. Right under it, and get some more footage for you. And then may not doing a lot of vlogging from the auto show, so if you want to see footage from that, you'll want to go over to Walt MacArthur channel, and we'll post some videos on this one as well. But anyway, so hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and we'll check this out. But there's an update. Anything else you want to say about that? Oh, I was going to tell you about EV Connect. They called me.
Yeah, they did call.
They actually called me. They noticed that I was on the charger for like 5 or 10 minutes. So they says, we noticed you had a bad experience on one of our chargers. And so I told them what's going on. They says, okay, we actually do have a ticket to fix those two chargers. But so their support's pretty top notch. The other time I used an EV Connect was a McPherson. I didn't have the app set up, and the RFID wasn't working. And when I called the support that was on the charger, they gave me free charging for the inconvenience. So sounds like to me, EV Connect, their support's in line, if not all their infrastructure's there. But it sounds like they just need to get some techs there. But anyway, so some positive there out of that experience, I guess. So, all right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, we are back from our trip, and I got some good footage. But one thing I realized is that I did not. I had some footage up until we got to the arch, but didn't vlog any on the way back, because on the way back it was completely dark the whole way. So I didn't record anything in the dark. But let me recap on just briefly. Actually, you already know. You're watching the vlog. You already know. So on the way back, first thing we had to do is we had to charge before we could leave. So we, like I said, we had 30 miles today, and I think it was like 10 or 15% charge. We went over to the casino and we plugged it in. It was a charge point, so it was charging at about 60. I can't remember what it was charging at, right around 62, I believe, anyway. So we were like, well, let's go ahead and charge here. In the casino, there was some place for us to eat. So we went in there. There's a little pizza joint in there. We ate pizza for a little bit, and we grabbed a Starbucks drink for the road, and then we got back to the car, probably actually not for very long before we were ready to charge, that we were completely charged. Not completely, we were charged about 80%, and we were ready to hit the road. So we did. So we got on the road and got headed, and we thought, well, hopefully we can make it to Boonville, because according to that, we were able to make it from Boonville to there. Doing really good on distance through most of St. Louis, suburbs of St. Louis and everything. As we got a little bit closer, we were a little nervous that we wouldn't make it. I kept resetting the gauge there, the charge for accuracy and such, and it kept coming down pretty quick. So we're a little nervous that we weren't going to make it. So guess what? We stopped at that EV Connect in Columbia, Missouri again. It's actually by a cannabis place. It's in their parking lot. But there's also a Quick Trip not too far. I said, well, let's stop there for like 10 minutes. Let's charge for 10 minutes while we go to the bathroom and get something. And then we'll go on to that Boonville, that Electrified America, because they seem to be a good fast charger. So that's what we did. We charged for about 10 minutes, went on a quick trip, went to the bathroom, got something to drink, and came back, and we did 10 minutes. Actually, I think it was 10 minutes. We went ahead and hit the road and got on the road to Boonville, and of course made it. There weren't any problem. And then the one at Boonville was in a Walmart. So tend to be a theme here, Target, Walmart, and such. But that Electrified America was charging super fast. There was an Iconic 5 there beside us. It was charging up all the way to 100%. So when we got there, they were at 80. I'm like, I'm surprised they're not getting off. But they went ahead and charged on up to 100% and even sat there after 100%, which was a little weird. So, you know, once you get to 100, you need to jump off. There wasn't anybody waiting in line or anything like that, so that wasn't a big deal. But, you know, it's probably just a good thing. You know, I don't plan to charge when I'm driving on the road, probably up to that much, maybe 90 if I'm pushing it. But anyway, so that's just my little bit of information there. But we charged on up to 80% there, and super fast. It was charging about 170, 180, I think, at one point. And this was on a 350 kilowatt hour charge station. Did a fabulous job there. Seems to be a theme about, you know, I was had a theory that about 50% is what you could expect. So if you have a 350, figure, you know, 150 or something to start with. It does kind of jump down. It was like less than 100 on the last 10% or something, but once we got over about 60, 70, 65%, seemed to really come down. But up to then, it was going like 170, 180 the whole time, and then it was scaling down in the last 10, 20%. So anyway, got on the road, and we hit Kansas City. So we did stop and charge it. We were going to try to see if we can get all the way to Topeka, but we went in and stopped in Kansas City, charged there for a little bit. Talked to my wife on the phone while we were waiting, hit the quick trip across the way, and it was charging again like it was before. It was charging in that 150 range. Charged up just fine. Got us to Topeka. We charged up in Topeka, that same Electrified America. We did use a different one on the Electrified America and Topeka. And that one did charge a little faster than the other one on the other side. I noticed the one on the other side was a 150 that was running at like 120 or 118 when we were on the way there. We hit the one on the other side, which people said it was down. Was not having any issues. It was the number 2 charger, and it was running at about 150. So it was charging really fast. So we got up to 80% and then got on the road. Now, I will say between Topeka and Salina, there isn't a charger anywhere. It's not a charge point, not an easy go, nothing between Topeka and Salina. Salina has an Electrified America. You have to go into town. It's not close to the highway. But they need to put something in Junction City, somewhere else. I think they're trying to install or put one. It says coming soon in Maple Hill, but they need one because I have an extended range. I was going 75 miles an hour, which is the speed limit there on that road, and we barely made it to Salina. So other people that have a smaller battery, if they want to go 75, they're not going to make it. So I almost slowed down a little bit. Now, one thing that was real fun to note, though, because it was like 1 or 2 in the morning when we were coming back from Topeka, once I got on the highway in Topeka, I'm actually going to do a little tutorial on something that we found to work really well was to stay in the left lane unless there's somebody coming behind me. And I know, you know, pass on the left, drive on the right, and I typically do that. I'm pretty religious about that. But there was nobody on the road. It was late. Nobody. Is Kansas. It is flat. There's nobody on the road, no big cities or anything. So I stayed in the left lane over there, and I drove for 60 miles nonstop without even touching the steering wheel. It was pretty awesome. And then there was an accident. So somebody was off the side of the road, looked like they were maybe fell asleep or something. And so I had to slow down there, and I did touch my steering wheel, but then again another 30 miles without touching the steering wheel until we get to Salina. So Blue Cruise is awesome. I wasn't even tired. We drove from 6:30 in the morning to like 2 in the morning, and I was not tired when I got back. I mean, I was tired because of the sleep, but I didn't feel wore out. You know, 8 hours of driving, and I felt refreshed. The Blue Cruise worked great. I don't know if I could live without a vehicle without Blue Cruise now. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that was kind of our experience coming back on there, just because I didn't vlog some of that, so I didn't want to apologize for that. But that was kind of there's my rendition of how it went on the way. Now, I wanted to kind of also let you know about a couple things. First off, I do appreciate you guys watching this. We are going to be using this Ford Video Guy account, and for those of you who don't know who I am, Tim Bartz. I work at Long MacArthur Ford. I am the internet manager there, but also really the product expert, the Ford expert there at Long MacArthur, and do a lot of videos for Long MacArthur, complete guide videos, how-to videos, and even do live streams on that channel. So definitely make sure you check that out, because at the auto show we did some videos on some of the Ford products that we're going to be doing on Long MacArthur's YouTube channel. So that link will always be in the description for that channel. If you're not subscribed to this channel, hopefully you do smash that like button. Also hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can see all the different content. So those of you who've watched some of my other videos, I did some videos on my own personal vehicles, and I still need to do one on the F-150 Lightning, which I'll do on this channel here real soon. But this is a first vlogging video that I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do more of these. Sarah and I are going to be taking trips to all the 4 major auto shows as well, and we're also hopefully going to hit the Texas Auto Rodeo as well. So we're going to be hitting some other things, and we'll go to some other trips as well with the Lightning and vlog those as well. So, and throw in some other vlogs. My goal is to every week give you a vlog, maybe some things that have happened throughout the week. If nothing major's happened, maybe even sit down and go, okay, here's a competitor to the Ford. Let's build out one, see how it looks price-wise, equipment, that kind of thing for you. So hopefully this video, we're going to do a little more with it. So hopefully you guys do enjoy it and you come out and check it out. So be looking for these videos weekly, probably Monday evening, or my goal is to kind of record these and edit these on Sunday, which is my day off, and not taking any time from the dealerships, what I do content for them. So probably be editing a lot of the stuff, Sunday evenings for a Monday release, Monday night. So be looking for these videos for a weekly vlog. Kind of talks about what we did in the last week. And then outside of that, we'll do other videos. They may go live sporadically. So we do have 2 coming. We have one that I recorded on the Santa Cruz, which is a competitor to the Ford Maverick. And then also we did one on the Volkswagen ID4. Very impressive vehicle. My thoughts on that as well. So be looking for those 2 videos coming up this week. We'll try to get those live for you this week. Otherwise, again, thanks for watching this vlogging video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And let me know. Smash that like button. Put your comments down below. I want to know what your thoughts are on this. And I love getting your input on that. And we'll keep continuing doing these vlogs, as well as other videos on other vehicles outside of the Ford realm that are maybe competitors to the Ford vehicles. Because I am a Ford video guy. I believe in the Ford product. And so I really hope that you guys enjoy it too. So we'll talk about the competitors. Are they really true competitors, or are they vehicles that maybe you don't even want to look at? So we kind of mentioned that on the Santa Cruz. So again, so we'll do putting that kind of video, and maybe some how-to video, or some build and price videos on some of the other vehicles too. And maybe even I've been thinking too of maybe doing after I do my complete guide videos, doing a video on my build and price, how I would build it. I actually had someone ask me on the Maverick, hey, if you ordered a Maverick right now, how would you build it? And I think so I'm going to try to do that on some of the other models as well. Probably do a walk around on my Ford Expedition that my wife purchased, and how we built it out, as well as my Lightning and how it was built out. And maybe you already know about the Bronco, you've seen it, so you know that. But even some of the other vehicles that if I were in the market for one, how would I build them out? So you can expect that type of content on this channel from here on out for the rest of the year at least, and so we'll figure that all out for you. But of course, hopefully you guys enjoy it and you go along with this ride for us on the Ford Video Guide channel. So again, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Something I do at Long MacArthur's channel is I say stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. I'll do that on this channel as well, because I think it's very important that you remember to do those 3 things in life. Be positive. If you're always positive and thinking on the positive instead of the negative, good things will continue to happen. If you're kind to one another, it comes back. Opening doors for other people, that kind of thing. I think it's very important to be kind to others. Smile at others, say hi, open the door, be kind to each other, let somebody in. Also be kind to yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You know, there are a lot of things people post. You know, I put this out on social media yesterday. In fact, it said, you know, a lot of people, you see, you know, something that's stitched together on the front, it looks perfect and pristine and everything. On the back, there's a lot of, you know, yarn and everything going back and forth around that picture. There's a lot of mess behind it. And a lot of them people out on social media, they don't show you the mess of who they are and that kind of stuff. Not everybody's perfect. They're only showing you their best on social media. So keep that in mind as well. So stay positive and be kind to one another, but also be kind to yourself and give yourself a break, and know that, you know, God loves you and that you are wonderful. And I kind of like Roman Atwood, how he has the smile more. Try to do that as well. So again, thank you for watching this. We'll see you on the next video, and hope you guys enjoyed this one.